Okay, students. So welcome back to our another video lecture. In this lecture, we will be doing another criteria of continuity, and this criteria is known as sequential criteria. Okay, so we have done so many criterias of continuity: interior criteria and closure criteria, open set criteria, closed set criteria. Similarly, we have sequential criteria. Okay, so what does it say? If XD are over metric spaces, as usual, you know the notations. So if A is contained in X, then F from A to Y is a over map. This map is going to be continuous at A belong to A if and only if. So continuity implies if and only if. Okay, Xn converges to A implies Fxn converges to Fa for all sequences Xn in A. Okay, so before proceeding to this proof of this theorem, let's recall over some basic notations, keeping your syllabus in mind. Okay, so what are the notations? So if we see that in X we are having elements like X, Y, Z, W, V, and most importantly delta. We are following over notations, though notations are never compulsory. And here you will be having Fx, Fy, okay, Fz, Fw, Fv, etc. Pre-image will come here, and most important symbol that we take epsilon here, right? So if we are having here a sequence element x1, x2, xn, then similarly you will be having fx1, fx2 all the way to fxn. This is how you are having notations, right? So that's all. So keeping the following notations in mind, let's prove this theorem. Proof is very easy and logical. So whatever we are going to do, you already have idea. We have already done the following ideas, only you need to recall. Anyway, so first हम ले लेते हैं continuity and then we will prove xn converges to A must imply fxn converges to Fa. So first let F be continuous at A. Okay, so what we have to show now? This part P implies Q. So ये हम assume कर लेते हैं. So let xn converge to A. So what we have to show? Always better to write. We have to show fxn converge to Fa. This we have to show. Okay, but xn converges to A we are already having. So let's write down the meaning of this. Xn converges to A means let epsilon greater than 0 be arbitrary. Then write down what we have to show. So to show there exists a natural number n naught such that dy of fxn Fa less than epsilon for all n greater than equal to n naught after this finite stage. Okay, so he is not writing the meaning of given xn converges to A. He is writing the meaning of what we have to show. So we have to show this. If epsilon is arbitrary, then this we have to show. And as per our notation, you have already seen that fxn, Fa are going to be in Y. Okay, so we are applying metric on Y, and epsilon will be here, right? So this we have to show. Please notice we have not used xn converges to A. Okay, so what all we are given now in picture, f is also given continuous at a. Let's write down the meaning of this. So as f is continuous at a, so write down the meaning of this. Therefore corresponding to epsilon greater than 0, there exists delta greater than 0 such that distance of xa less than delta must implies distance of y fx fa less than epsilon, right, for all x belong to a. Name it equation number 1. So what does the definition of continuity says? The distance of fx fa strictly less than epsilon whenever distance of xa is strictly less than delta. This we are discussing in set x in domain, and this we are discussing in codomain. Okay, so this we have got now. So further what all are we given in board? क्या ऐसी condition है that which is given but we have not used this xn converges to a, इसको we have not used. So let's write the meaning of xn converges to a. Okay, so xn converges to a. xn कहाँ का एलिमेंट है? x का और y का. a कहाँ का एलिमेंट है? x का और y का. x का of course. So we are going to use epsilon or delta for this. Delta we will be taking. Okay, so let's write down. As xn converges to a, therefore corresponding to delta greater than 0, there exists a natural number n naught such that distance of xn a less than delta after this stage, right? And now from equation number 1 says distance of xa less than delta implies distance of y fx fa less than epsilon. So by making use of equation number a, what do we get? We get distance of y fxn fa less than epsilon for all n greater than equal to n naught by equation number 1. Please see. और ये क्या है? Now this is the definition of what? Corresponding to delta greater. This is the definition of what? That corresponding to epsilon greater than 0, there exists n naught belong to n. मतलब after this finite stage, distance of fxn fa strictly less than epsilon. That means fxn converges to fa. Therefore fxn converges to fa. So done. Forward part is very easy. यही तो we had to prove that if xn converges to a, अगर ऐसा है जो हमने लिया, then fxn converges to fa. कब ऐसा हो रहा है? When function is given continuous. Now in the backward part we are going to assume that whenever xn converges to a implies fxn converges to fa, function is going to be continuous. That we have to prove, right? So this part is very simple. Okay, so given, of course, that fxn converges to fa because epsilon was arbitrary there. So now conversely what is given? Write down given xn converges to a must implies fxn converges to fa. This is given. I hope you are not only watching the video, you are also thinking and making notes on the spot. You can always pause the video and think without ink or with ink on your own, right? So I hope you are making video, not only watching. So given xn converges to a implies fxn converges to fa. What we have to show? To show f is continuous at a, right? This we have to show. Of course, this is given for all sequence xn in a, right? All xn sequence in a, the above one. So what we have to prove? F is continuous at a. Let's write down the definition of f being continuous at a. Okay, so that is to show for each epsilon greater than 0, there exists corresponding delta greater than 0, which is dependent on epsilon, choice of epsilon of course, such that distance of xa less than delta must implies distance of y fx fa less than epsilon for all x belong to a. This we have to show. ये हमें शो करना है. Okay, in this condition we are given. Students, I will proceed by contradiction. I will negate this definition. मतलब अगर function, अगर this is not true, so write down the negation of this. So if not, अगर ऐसा नहीं है, then so write down the negation of this. So if not, that means there exists epsilon greater than 0 for any delta greater than 0 and at least one x belong to a, such that distance of x a less than delta must implies distance of y fx fa. क्या होगा? What sign will here be? Greater than equal epsilon. Okay, we are doing the negation. So what does it mean? It means that distance of fx fa greater than equal to epsilon whenever distance of x and a is less than delta. Okay, so let's give the name. This is called equation number 3. Okay, now we have to get contradiction. Okay, and in order to get contradiction, let's see the hypothesis. In hypothesis, what we are given this time? Sequence given. A sequence is given which is satisfying some condition. अगर मुझे इसका यूज करना है, if I want to make use of this given hypothesis, then I have to construct this sequence. And students, you are very much aware now how to construct sequence, right? We have done this in some proofs already. We have done. So I hope you know how to construct a sequence. In particular, we are going to take delta is equal to 1 upon n, and then you will get sequence for delta is equal to 1, you will get x1, delta is equal to 1 upon 2 x2 all the way to xn you will get. So this is how we construct sequence. And why are we constructing this sequence? Because I want to make use of hypothesis, और वो हम कर ही नहीं सकते. यहाँ हमें given है p implies q in hypothesis, so I have to create p and then I will say this is implies this imply by Q, right? So let's construct sequence. In fact, this is the key of this solution, constructing the sequence. Okay, so after knowing that we are going to proceed by negation, constructing sequence is key. Anyway, so that we will be doing. So in particular, taking delta is equal to 1 upon n. This is for all n belong to n. What do we get? There exists xn belong to a element. That means xn sequence is going to be in a. So xn element belong to a. This is true for all n belong to n, such that distance of xn a less than 1 upon n, right? Here we are taking delta is equal to 1 upon n, but what we are given? But distance of y fx fa greater than equal to epsilon, right? And further what can I do? Sequence तो picture में आ गई. अब हमें what we have to do, that xn converges to this. Okay, this is also fxn now. So what we have to do, that xn converges to a, right? Yes. So xn converges to a we have to do now. And how will we get that xn converges to a? Please recall this very famous term. Whenever you get this term, squeeze theorem always help. क्यों? Distance is always positive and this is strictly less than 1 upon n. This converges to 0. This is already 0. So this will converge to 0. Limit n tends to infinity of this term converges to 0 means xn converges to a. And hence from hypothesis I will get fxn converges to fa. And see students, this is fxn, this is fa greater than equal to epsilon. So do not you think by saying that fxn converges to fa contradicts this fact? So because fxn converges to fa will give you what? Distance of fxn fa strictly less than epsilon, but here we are having greater than equal to epsilon. That is a contradiction, hence our assumption is wrong. Done. So let's write down the proof. Okay, so I hope this is clear. Anyway, so I'm writing this last line here. There exists xn belong to a such that distance of xn a less than 1 upon n, but distance of y fxn fa greater than equal to epsilon. Okay, and this implies what? Limit n tends to infinity d of xn a is equal to 0 by squeeze theorem. As 1 upon n converges to 0, right? So that is xn converges to a, and now from the given condition it will imply fxn converges to fa. और इसका मतलब क्या होगा? Please write down. Corresponding to epsilon greater than 0, there exists natural number n naught such that distance of y fx and fa strictly less than epsilon. And this is a contradiction to this fact. Hence, our assumption is wrong. So, f is continuous. Therefore, f is continuous at A. Please think the continuity on discrete metric space now. Okay, take discrete metric space and do some work on the definition of continuity, delta epsilon definition, and you will see some beautiful thing happening there. That will be continuity is always there on discrete metric space.